Good morning. காலை வணக்கங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் இந்த இனிய விழாவில் வருக வருக என்று வரவேற்பதில் சிஐசி சென்னை இன்டர்நேஷனல் சென்டர் மிக்க மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகிறது. இன்றைய program, today's program is a unique program. We have an expert not only in Carnatic music but also in Hindustani. He brings together a blend of both the great traditions of Indian music. I have pleasure in introducing our star of today's morning's program, Sriram Parasuram ji. Please put your hands together.
Namaskar.
To give a brief introduction, he is one of India's leading musicians today. He hails from a family steeped in musical tradition. He started learning the violin at the age of 4. And as a child prodigy, he gave his first public performance at the age of 8. எவ்வளோ பேர் இருக்கீங்க? 4 வயசுல கற்றுக்கிட்டு 8 வயசுல பப்ளிக் பர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் கொடுக்குறவங்க ஒரு பெரிய கைத்தட்டல் கொடுக்குறவங்க.
அந்த கைத்தட்டல் எனக்கல்ல, எங்கள் அம்மா அப்பாவுக்கு தான்.
Since he has given well over 4,000 violin solo and vocal solo jugalbandi concerts all over the world. He is also one of India's topmost violin accompanists, having collaborated and performed with all leading vocalists spanning 3 generations, legends such as M.D. Ramanathan, D.K. Pattammal, R.K. Srikanthan, Neduneri Krishnamurthy, M. Balamurali Krishna, Maharajapuram Santanam, through veterans like T.N. Seshagopalan, T.V. Shankar Narayanan, T.R. Subramaniam, N. Ramani, to leading musicians of the current generation such as Mandolin Srinivas, Neyveli Santana Gopalan, Sanjay Subramaniam, T.M. Krishna, Ravi Kiran, etc. His mother, Srimati Parvati Parasuram, is his primary guru. Sri Sriram has also trained under stalwarts such as Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Sri K.S. Narayanasamy, Sangeeta Bhushanam, Krishnamurti Bhagavatar, and Vaidyanatha Bhagavatar, Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Sri T. Vishwanathan, Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Professor T.N. Krishnan, and Sangeeta Kalacharya, Professor S.R. Janakiraman. For Hindustani music, he is one of the primary Sishyas of the Doyen, Padma Bhushan Pandit C.R. Vyas, who was the leading light of the Kirana and Agra Gharanas. As far as it's not only music, he is also well accomplished academically. In 1989, he was awarded the prestigious Firestone Fellowship to study Western classical music in the US. And he completed his Master of Music degree in Western Violin Performance from the University of Akron, Ohio, USA. He proceeded further to do his PhD work in world music, ethnomusicology from Wesleyan University, USA. Besides his accomplishments in the field of music, Sriram Parasuram also holds a Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Engineering and an MBA from the prestigious IIM Calcutta. Among the many accolades Sriram Parasuram has been awarded, he is one of the most noteworthy is the President of India Gold Medal for both Carnatic and Hindustani violin in 1981. He is one of the very few artists graded as an A top grade artist over All India Radio and Doordarshan for both Carnatic and Hindustani violin. He has been featured regularly in both the All India Radio and Doordarshan for the National Program of Music and Akashvani Sangeet Sammelan. Now his awards. The Ustad Amir Khan Award, the Bharat Ratna M.S. Subalakshmi Award, the D.K. Pattammal Memorial Award, the titles Nada Kanal, Suramani, Isai Jyoti, and Sangeeta Kala Bharati. In 2012, the Satyabhama University conferred an honorary doctorate on him. In 2013, the music organization Mudra conferred upon him their highest honor and title Jnana Samudra for his accomplishments as a musician and musicologist. The Saraswati Gana Sabha conferred on him the title Saraswati Sangeeta Seva Ratna. He was also awarded the very prestigious Arsha Kala Bhushanam, the Vishwa Kala Puraskar, Bharat Kalachar conferred on him the Jnana Kala Bharati in December 2017, And in 2017, he was awarded the highest honor of the state of Tamil Nadu and titled Kalaimamani by the government of Tamil Nadu. He is also well known for his academic papers, a few of them: Ragas of Carnatic and Hindustani music, Tillanas and Taranas, the history and adaptation of the violin into Indian classical music, and many more such academic papers. He has collaborated with popular musicians and jazz fusion music also. He has collaborated, composed, and performed with many musicians from different cultures such as Javanese, Gamelan, West African drumming, and Japanese koto. As a composer-singer, his Hindi pop album Savaria received a rave review and was awarded the Screen Videocon Award for Best Composer and Best Album in 2000. In 2005, he directed and performed with an ensemble giving live background music for the landmark 1924 silent film on Gautama Buddha, The Light of Asia. In 2007, he directed a live background orchestra for the 1928 silent film Shiraz. As a director of the Karadi Tales Company, a pioneer in Indian culture and education for children, he has produced and composed many successful musical albums and books for children. He has also forayed into films and he has composed the music for Sri Mani Ratnam's Tamil film 5 Star. So I could go on, and we have a very, very gifted academic, a musician, a composer, and an extremely creative person. I have great pleasure on behalf of the Chennai International Center to welcome Sriram Parasuram to our stage. I would also like to give a brief introduction of Karthik Bhatt, who is accompanying him on the tabla today. He is an All India Radio and Doordarshan B high grade artist, and he is a recipient of Promising Artist Award from Ustad Zakir Hussain. Please put your hands together for Sri Karthik Bhatt. On the tambura is Arvind Balaji, and on the harmonium is Umakant Puranik. He is a disciple of Pandit Vasanta Kanarupa, and he is a B grade artist from Akashvani and accompanies several leading artists in India and abroad. On this occasion, I have pleasure in introducing the audience. These are young, budding musicians, and I'm sure they would take inspiration from not only your musical accomplishments, but also your academic accomplishment and soar high in their careers to come. For that, we thank the principal, Sri Sairam, who's here, and we hope that this would be the beginning of our collaboration to bring many such accomplished persons to your stage for the benefit of your students. Thank you very much, and please enjoy today's performance.
जग के पालन पालन जग के पालन हार तुम बिना जग के पालन पालन हार जग के पालन जग के पालन मरे पानी सारे पारे मरे मापा निवा मनी मा पनी पनी सारे सारे निवा निवा मरे निधरे मा पनी मरे के पालन जय जय के पालन जय जय के पालन रे जग के पालन जग के पालन के पालन जग ge जग के पालन जग के जय जय के जय जग के पालन दुख दरिद्र दुख दरिद्र दूर कीजे दुख दरिद्र दूर कीजे दुख दरिद्र सुन ले राजा मोरी सुन ले राजा मोरी दया कर कृपा बरस जग के पालनहार जग के पालनहारी तुम बिना मोरी जिया तेरा सारे जग के पालनहार जग के पालनहार जग के पालनहार जग के पालन जग के पालनहार जग के पालनहार जग के पालनहार जग के जग के पालनहार निवा मरि सनि सरि निवा निवा नि रे नि मा नि सरि नि नि पा मरि प मा नि पा सा नि पा मरि सा मा रे पा मा नि पा सा नि सा रे नि नि सा रे सा पा सा नि पा मा नि पा मा सा रे मा पा नि सा रे मा रे सा पा नि सा रे पा मा रे सा नि सा नि पा नि सा नि पा पा नि पा सा रे मा पा नि सा सा नि 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 पा पा मा रे जग के पालनहार re sa re sa re ma sa re sa pa ma re pa sa sa ni ma pa ma pa re sa re sa re sa ni ma pa sa ni ma ma re ma re sa ma re sa ni re re sa re sa re ma sa re sa ma ma ni sa ni sa ma ma pa ni pa ni sa re sa ni sa re pa sa re ma pa ni pa ma pa ma re sa sa re pa sa re pa ma re sa ni sa re ma pa re sa re sa ni pa sa ni pa ma ni ma re sa ni sa ni ma pa ma pa sa ni pa ni pa ma pa re ma pa re sa re sa ni sa ni pa sa ni pa ma re ma ni pa ni pa re ma re sa ni ma pa re sa re ma re sa ni pa sa re sa re sa ni sa ni pa ni pa ma re ni pa ma re ma pa ni pa ma pa ma re sa ni sa re ma jag ke palanhar हो सावरिया घर नहीं आयो हो सावरिया घर नहीं आयो हो सावरिया नहीं आयो हो सावरिया नहीं आयो हो सावरिया सावरिया हो सावरिया सावरी सावरी सावरिया 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 घर नहीं आयो हो सावरिया घर नहीं आयो हो सावरिया घर नहीं आयो सावरिया 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 घर नहीं आए रतिया बिताई तरपत सारी रतिया बिताई तरपत सारी उन बिन हो बदरो बदर सावरिया सावरिया या सावरिया सावरिया हो सावरिया सावरिया हो सावरिया घर नहीं आयो हो सावरिया सावरिया घर नहीं आयो तो सावरिया घर घर नहीं आयो घर नहीं आयो सावरिया घर नहीं आयो सावरिया 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 घर सावरिया हो सावरिया घर नहीं आयो हो सावरिया सावरिया सावरी सावरिया सावरिया घर नहीं आयो सावरिया घर नहीं आता सावरिया घर नहीं आयो हो सावरिया सावरिया घर सावरिया pa ma re sa re sa re ma ma re sa re sa re. Ni pa ma re ni pa ma re pa ma re ni pa ma ni pa sa re sa ni pa ma re sa ni sa re. Pa ma pa sa re ma ma re sa ni sa re pa ma sa re ma pa ni re pa ma ni pa sa ni pa ma re sa ni sa re. Sa ni pa sa ni ma pa sa ni sa re sa ni pa re sa ma pa sa ni pa ma re sa. Sa ni pa ma re sa. Re sa ni pa sa ni pa ma sa ni pa ma sa ni pa so sa va ya. Ma ba ne sa re sa ne sa re ma ne sa ne sa ma re sa ne sa re ma ma re sa ne sa re ma ba ne sa. Sa re sa ne sa ne sa re sa ne pa sa sa ma ba ni ni sa re sa ni sa re sa ni pa ne sa ni pa ma ba ni ni pa ma ba ma re ma ma re sa ni sa re. Sa ba ya ghar nahi pa ne sa re sa pa ne sa re ma pa ne sa re ma pa de ma pa ni ma pa ni sa ma re sa ni sa re ma ne ni ni ma ne sa re pa ni sa ma pa ni sa ni pa sa ni pa ma ne sa sa ba ya ghar nahi yaar ho sa ya un so hi dari thi moriyan un so dari thi moriyan madarava begadadar bina guniya kachuna suhave ho samari ya ghar nahi Savariya ghar nahi aayo Savariya ho Savariya ho Savariya ghar எல்லாருக்கும் வணக்கம். A very good morning to all of you. Extremely happy and honored to be with all of you in this morning program hosted by CIC. We are paying tribute to a very brilliant and a very iconic artist of the past 50-60 years, for the past century you can say. Ustad Rashid Khan was an amazing torchbearer of the Hindustani music classical tradition. Again, starting very young, he blazed a trail which is volcanic. You know, there is no Rasika's heart that he has not touched. There is no music student's mind and soul that he has not stirred and inspired. And you might all, some of you may know, have heard Ustad Rashid Khan, a few of you at least. It's a very beautiful, very wonderful artist. So today we are paying, he passed away very young, he passed away a month or a half back at the age of 56. And but as is a great blessing with technology today, a lot of his music is preserved for us to listen and derive joy out of again and again. If we were to ask, have we heard Saint Tyagaraja sing or Tansen sing or Muthuswami Dikshidhar sing, it is not available to us. But the greats of the 20th century, like G.N. Balasubramaniam or Aryakudi Ramanujayengar or M.D. Ramanathan, and all of these people we are blessed to listen to, even though we didn't live in their times. So they're all preserved for. This is one of the greatest blessings of technology, right? If you want to listen to T.R. Mahalingam. How many of you have heard the Mali on the flute? Ketirkela? Nariya bir ketirkela. So it's still available. They continue to delight us and make this life worthwhile because we can continue to listen to them. So in today's concert, I just thought I will give you a slight, a beginner's primer about Hindustani music and some of the elements involved in terms of its aesthetics, in terms of its creativity, in terms of its virtuosity. What I just sang was a raga called, yarka terima, the ragodu peru. Revati in Carnatic, yes. In the Hindustani, from which the raga Revati has been derived, is called Bairagi. Bairagi Bhairav. Yeah, it's one of the morning ragas. That's why I chose to present Bairagi. One of the aesthetics of Hindustani music, which is still held on to, is the relationship of time of the day and raga. The raga and its structure resonating with the seasons, nature, the time of the day, the human moods are a very, they hold on to it. Carnatically mirundirukku, but we have done away with the idea of the time theory of ragas. We present ragas all the time, anywhere, anytime. Whereas Hindustani, one of the aesthetic categories is that they hold on to the time of the raga. Eppo, the day is divided into prahars or sections, and in the praharla, raat ke dusra prahar, evening time, night would 3 prahars undu. Adala, indella ragam adukku poruttam. What is most suitable is always present. So I will speak in both English and Tamil. Is that okay for all of you? Fine? Yeah. Sa re ma pa ni sa, sa ni pa ma ji sa. Right? These are the 5 notes. It's a symmetric raga, Bairagi. Right? 5 notes is called an Audava raga. Audava, the structure of a raga as an Audava itself has a very unique charm. That's why we like Hindolam, Mohanam, Sudadanyasi. These are Madhyamavati. These are all Audava ragas, symmetric Audava ragas. They resonate with our mind very effortlessly. They are very appealing. Right? That's why you will find that 50 to 60% of even film songs are composed in Audava ragas. Because it's immediately appealing. So Bairagi, because of its slightly contemplative rasa, you know, Sare Pani Sa Sare Pa Ma Je Sa. It's contemplative. In the morning you get up, it evokes a sense of being worshipful and being thankful. So early morning the Rishabha especially evokes the sense of contemplation. Correct? That is the idea. If you don't want to be contemplative, nothing can make you contemplative. If you want to be contemplative, if you want to be thankful, if you want to be worshipful, everything can make you feel that way. But the raga is just evokes that in a very beautiful way in you, effortless way. Right? So Bairagi, Bhairav. So we will proceed from the aesthetics backwards. So raga, sa re ma ma pa pa ni ni. The plain notes are embellished and ornamented so in 100 different ways. Sa re ni, sa re, sa re, sa re, sa re ma ni, re sa. So Rishabha can speak to you in 1,000 ways. Sa re 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 ni re ma re. So these 5 notes afford a space and time of infinity. For a very committed classical musician, he doesn't have to go searching for a mathematical concept of infinity. Because every time he sings, there is infinity available to him. This raga has been sung 100,000 times by great masters, so many times. But as I sit to sing it here for you today, it is one grappling with infinity. Because what is available for me is so infinite. That's why the raga is called a devata, because it is infinite in what it offers you. Tomorrow if I sing the same raga, if 20 years later I sing the same raga, hopefully, it will still offer me infinity. And even for the Rasika, it will offer infinity. That's why, if you have a strain of beauty in you, you will come and listen to this raga 100 times, 100,000 times. You will not say, bore adichidhu, because every time the raga gives you something new. So the aesthetics is based upon the possibility of infinity. Are you with me on that? This infinity manifests itself in every moment. Oh, Savariya. So when I finish that, Sare Baba Zare Baba Zare Baba Ni Mani Baba Pasani Baba Pare Baba Re Zane Za Sare Zane Bani Baba Zane Ni Baba Baba Re Zane Za Mazare Baba Ni Baba Re Sadane Zare Baba Zane Za Baba Zane Sare Zane Ni Baba Re Baba Ni Baba Re Zane Za. So as I bring out all these hundreds of combinations, we would have learnt the principles of permutation and combinations in high school mathematics, correct? NCR, NPR, la nyabarka. N factorial by n minus 1 factorial by something and all, there are formulae. But here, even those permutation and combinations that make up for the element of creativity of the artist is because the notes can be spaced, notes can be repeated, notes can be emphasized. The dimensions of possibilities are become thousandfold. Nini bama, nini bama, nini bama, nini bama, bama ba nini bama, bama bama ba nini bama, nini bama nini bama, ma pa ni moon note. So depending upon my sadhana and my engaging with 3 notes, 4 notes, 5 notes, my creativity can know no bounds. Right? So the sargam, which is what swara singing is called in Hindustani, affords also a sense of power. Power, position, because each of the notes is a position. Sare bama, reza nezari, bama zari, bama zari, bama, pani zari. And they are embellished so much with what is called gamaka. It's not papa pama, papa pama is unadorned. So the idea of the heaviness of the power and the projection of the human voice. That's why in Indian classical music, the ultimate medium is the human voice, because no instrument can come even close to it. I can try to emulate it on my violin, or a sarod player can do that, or a flute player can do that, but it will not come close, because the ultimate instrument is the human voice. Right? So there are 100 ways of embellishing these. That's where the aesthetics come. Sa-ni, sa-ni, sa, the emphasis there. Sa-ni, sa-ni, ni, pa, pa-ni, pa-ma, pa-ni, pa. There are heavy emphasis, heavy decorations, like how you can wear a heavy chain, or you can wear a single line, a gold chain also, which will look very cute. Pa-ni, pa-ma, pa-ni. That's a delicate chain. Now, a little heavier. So all the categories that we experience in our daily lives all find manifestation in the singing of a good artist. Ellame. Barik they say. Barik. Barik means thin. Right? Barik. Vazan means heavy, means both of them provide you a different experience of rasa. Right? They are not the same. The notes are the same. But the embellishment adds so many dimensions to your sense of enjoyment and how it pleases you. Right? So the aesthetic stems from all these. It's very difficult for me to do a very comprehensive talk on aesthetics. But this is where I'm just leading you to ways in which you can enjoy. When next time you listen to Indian classical music, especially Hindustani, you can relate to it. The sense of, I first sang quite a detailed Vilambit, correct? That's what I sang in the beginning. Now there, the tempo, the Kala Pramana, which was Vilambita. Vilambita means slow. It allows you to take the sound into you in a very relaxed way. It fills you up. The human voice, the sur, the accompaniments fill you up. Right? And the words, Jaga ke palan hare, tum bina mura jiya tarsaye. Without you, referring to the Lord, without your presence in my heart, I am totally helpless. Right? Dukha daridra dur. Poetry comes into the picture of your delight when you are able to understand the lyrics. Dukha daridra dur kije. Sunalo arazamori. Please heed to my request. Dukha daridra. Suffering and dukha, please remove. O dayakara, tumhare kripa barsaye. Let your kripa rain on us. This is what the meaning. So meaning enhances the sense of the raga also. Because it's a morning raga, you are praying to the Lord. Okay. Similarly, the Drut Bandish which I sang, all of them are in Sankshep, they are in compact. Is that of Sringara. Savariya ghar nahi aayo. Savariya, my lover has not come home. Ratiya bitai tarapat sari. My entire night I spent in that anguish of his absence. Unubina rovat, crying all night. It's an exaggeration, of course. Nobody cries all night. But it denotes that aspect of Sringara, of missing somebody, of pining for somebody. So here also your emotions come into play, emotions which we are very familiar with. But it finds artistic expression. Right? And that's the Drut Bandish. The Kala Pramana is fast. So it provides for a lot of virtuosity. The artist, depending upon his or her capabilities and sadhana, can make it very, very thrilling. Right? I will sing the same thing so that you can relive that. Oh Savariya ghar nahi aayo. Oh Savariya ghar nahi aayo. I can go faster and faster, depending upon my tayari, my preparation. Ghar nahi aayo. Oh Savariya ghar nahi aayo. All the combinations. So the aesthetics and my creativity and the virtuosity come together. So there is skill. The skill is in my akara, in my Shruti Shuddham, in my the power of my tans. Difficult to cultivate that voice quality. The phrasing, the emphasis are all part of the creativity. It is never mine, because I have heard hundreds of masters do this. My guru has taught me. I just follow the path. So the doership is not there, but definitely I am doing it. The two are slightly different. Yeah, so good, very good. So we will go to the next raga and explore some of these dimensions in that also. Put Jaunpuri. Jaunpuri is another raga. It's a morning raga. It's also there in Carnatic. It is either called Jaunpuri by its original name. Muthuswami Dikshitar, the great composer, adapted it as Naga Gandhari. He was inspired by Jaunpuri of the north. He traveled a lot in the north, so a lot of his ragas are inspired by North Indian melodies. Right? Some of you may know that. It's a different melodic environment. Sari ma pa sa da pa dha ma pa ga ri sari ni sa. So the accompanying instruments support me, and they also get a chance to show off their sadhana, their control over the instrument, their creativity. The harmonium will have its own aesthetics. Every instrument will have its own aesthetics. You've heard this song? It's in Jaunpuri. I'm not going to sing that now, because today I'm going to sing mainly Hindustani. But it is inspired by morning ragas are generally taken to imitate the rising sun. And hence a lot of them proceed to the upper octaves. Uttaranga Pradhan it's called. What's it called? Yeah, you have to, just to make sure you're not sleeping. Uttaranga Pradhan means it is Pradhanya. The importance is as in the upper regions of the raga. That is why it's shining in the upper octave. It's not it's not that. It's in the upper octaves. Because that is a feature of the raga. It's a personality of the raga. Like how somebody is tall. So to look at the face, you have to look up. So adamari ragatod personality. Some ragas are shining in the upper regions. Some ragas are very heavy, like a Darbari Kannada, which will shine, which its character and personality in the lower regions. Very heavy and very serious. Darbari means majesty. So it won't be flippant and all dancing in the park kind of raga. It will be heavy and very majestic. Yeah? पायल की झनकार बरनिया पायल की झनकार बरनिया पायल की झनकार बरनिया पायल की झनकार बरनिया जनन बाजे बस मोरी पिया के मिलन को पायल की झनकार बरनिया जनन बाजे कस मोरी पिया के मिलन को जाऊं अब मैं पायल की झनकार बरनिया पायल की झनकार बरनिया जनन बाजे कस मोरी पिया के मिलन को जाऊं अब पायल की. So here it describes the angst of the woman, the beloved, not being able to go to be with her lover. Payal ki janakar bairaniya. My payal, golis satam pandame. Abo aathla vande, when you go to your husband's room, this is old romanticism. Ippalam, in those times, the newlywed wife will not sleep with the husband. They will sleep only with the mother-in-law and the sister-in-law. And so she feels like sneaking up to his room and going and spending the night. This is romanticism, Sringara. But the golis will make satam. It'll let the mother-in-law know this daughter-in-law of mine is going there. The golis is like it becomes an enemy. Bairan means enemy. Right? Because it will make sound, and then they will all wake up. They will all know that this new daughter-in-law is having the guts to, openly go and make love to the husband. Right? So it describes that angst. Piya ke milan ko kaise jaun ab? How will I go to meet my lover? Okay, anyway, once more. At the surface of it might seem very raw and what we call koche. But in terms of what it affords for the artist in terms of expression is something very beautiful. We have to look at it that way. Payal ki jankar baraniya, payal ki jankar, payal ki jankar baraniya, baraniya, baraniya. I can take up each word and develop the raga through the word. Baraniya, 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 payal ki jankar baraniya. So Bairaniya, even though the word means enemy, if I'm involved with the raga, that becomes a friend to me. The word. The word has two dimensions. One is of meaning and one is of sound for a musician. The word Bairaniya is so beautiful in terms of how it sounds. So that is what I take advantage of. Bairaniya, 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 Baraniya, Baraniya, payal ki jankar baraniya. Payal ki jankar. The nishada assumes significance. Payal dida, payal ki jankar, payal ki jankar, payal, payal ki jankar baraniya. The word jhanana baje also affords me jhanana baje. There is a gamaka called, I'm just randomly, there are about 15 specified gamakas. But the number of gamakas available to us is much, much more because we combine them in so many different ways. So there is a gamaka which even musicians do not know, only the theoreticians will know. It's called humpita. Humpita is a gamaka where the sound is enhanced with the aspirated H sound. Huh. Right? So here, jhananana baj. That jha, the H I'm exaggerating. So it becomes a gamaka. Jhananana, jhananana baj. Jhanana is not jananana. Jhananana baj. Without you knowing, it adds delight to the rasika. You may not recognize it. Like when you consume a very good dish, you might not know what the spices that has gone into it are. Correct? Nalla rasi சாப்பிடுவோம். அதுக்குள்ள என்னெல்லாம் போயிருக்குன்னு நமக்கு தெரியாம இருக்கலாம். அதே மாதிரி தான். When an artist sings jhananana baj, it leads to more delight for the listener. Jhananana, 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 jhananana baj, jhananana baj, kaise mori पिया के मिलन हो that पिया के मिलन को जाऊं, even that going from one room to the other is a long distance as far as she is concerned, because at any time the mother-in-law Saas and Anand can wake up, so it's a long journey. पिया के मिलन हो जाऊं. This is called tone painting, word painting. அந்த வார்த்தைக்கு ஒரு musical manifestation. पिया के मिलन हो जाऊं. The ko is exaggerated. That is aesthetics. पिया के मिलन हो जाऊं. That distance I can incorporate that idea into my creativity. Priya ke milan ho jaun ab main. There is a perception of distance, right? Ho jaun inge anga poren. That is distance. Ho jaun ab main. पायली की झनकार बरनिया, पायल की झनकार पायल की झनकार. It's a slightly vakra raga. In the sense, it doesn't go in straight lines and come down in straight lines. Sa re ma pa da ma pa sa. Sada padama pagari. That is what the raga circumscribes in terms of a shape. Right? So my tans and my creativity also have to heed to that. Right? So it is a little more taxing for the brain to go along with what I'm singing. When I sing it with swaras, it is more apparent for you. But when I sing it what is called tan, tan is nama Carnatic how we say akara. Right? Alapana we do akara, no? Similarly in the Hindustani tradition, within the composition, there is an element of upaj or elaboration, which is the tan. Tan itself can be of various types. Basically, it is the gamak tan. Put. So the swaras are re ba ba ni da ni da ba ma ga ri da ni da, right? I can sing this in a barik or nazuk. lighter, heavier. I can also modify it to do what is called murkhi or zamzama. Again, types of tans, vocalizations. So here the murkhi means it has sudden emphasis. Again, that has lot of murkhi. Murkhna, nama murkh sutram hai, and the jagged edges. You know, that is what murkhi is. It's the same word. Right? The shape is Rema Pani Zanida Pamagari Zanida. I'm still engaging with that only. But there are a lot of the murk in it. So it's one kind of tan. So there are a lot of types of tan. There is what is called jabad tan, where I do this akara with my jaw. Jabad means jaw. If you look at the effect of that tan and see my jaw moving, it has a different sound feel. There is what is called the Bakri tan. Bakri tan is aad selekramari. You know, the goat kind of. Another aesthetic of the tan. Because the human voice is so fantastic in terms of what all it can do. Tans are of so many varieties. Just for you to get a basic idea. Payal ki jankar baraniya, payal ki jankar baraniya, janana baje kasmori, priya tulan ho jaun ab main, payal ki janakar, 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 payal ki jankar baraniya, payal ki jankar. So until I am bored of elaboration or you are bored of listening to the elaboration, the raga can continue. So it's a very open-ended space. Correct? The raga, the notes exist in space. The space is my canvas. Like for a painter, the canvas sonna purima ellarukum. It's a canvas. And the raga is my paint. I paint in space with the raga. Both these are totally abstract medium. They are intangible, they are not physical. Correct? For painting, the easel and the canvas is physical, tangible. And the paint is tangible. But the magic of music is that even though I am engaging with a very similar artistic expression, both these are intangible. That's why it becomes a little more difficult to engage with. Anything which is a little less intangible is difficult to engage with, right? So that is the. But then over a period of time, as you engage with it little more, it becomes very real. Intangible doesn't mean that it's not real. It's very real. So, but engaging with the intangible, this is slightly philosophical, is a little more. It involves more of the human spirit. Konjam menakadanam. To engage with something which is beautiful and intangible. That's why music is the most difficult and yet probably the most delightful experience that a human being can have. Right? Because it involves the mind, especially classical music involves the mind. It is not just delighting it's not just an oral delight. Kate sensory perception and joy mattum illa. It is a joy for the mind. Every time I sing a Sangadi in Jaunpuri, every time it is more complex and more creative. The Rasika also has a opportunity to participate in that complexity. The mind realizes, right? I shall sing a small all these renditions are going to be very small. A raga called Deshkar. These are all morning ragas. Deshkar has the same notes as Bhupali or Namma Mohana, but its feel is very different. Vijay? Sa ga ga pa ga pa pa ga sa ri da sa pa da da sa ga pa ga pa da ga pa ga sa ga ga pa pa da da re ga re da sa pa da da pa sa re da da pa da So to keep the identity of Deshkar separate from Bhupali is a challenge. So it appeals to the Rasika's jnana also. If you don't know the difference between the two, for you both are the same. Like my father couldn't distinguish between, I'm remembering him fondly, I couldn't distinguish between Vetakodam and Sambar. There are going to be a lot of people. If you give Vetakodam and Sambar to an American guy, he will not know the difference. Discrimination and discernment is born out of knowledge. Correct? தெரிஞ்சாதானே நமக்கு அது வித்தியாசம் தெரியும். So Deshkar tera so more direct and bolder raga than Bhupali. Bhupali is a very relaxed raga. Like I said, it's a Uttaranga Pradhana Raga. Morning ragas tend to be like the rising sun. Idhila vande that sadha sadha that mirrors the rising sun. Sadha 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 paga saga pada. So the raga immediately goes to Dhaivata. Pada sa saga pada saga pada pada saga pa. So if I render that Dhaivata with a lot of love and perfection, then Deshkar starts coming in front of you. Pada da 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 Paga Paga the saga pada Huto tore karan jage. In the morning, the devotee says, I have woken up for you. Here even the Lord is called as Piharva. Piharva means Pia, as my beloved. Huto tore kar jag, huto tore kar jag, huto tore kar jag, huto tore kar, huto tore kar, huto tore kar. To tore ka jage karan jage to tore karan jage to tore karan jage to tore karan. This is called a sum. If you go to a Hindustani concert, whether they understand anything or else, in the samla and the tale eppadi aadum. It is nodding along with the sama. Nama samam solrom illaya. That is the beginning point. So even if you don't recognize it as a sum is a feel. Is a feel of uniting. Right? So ungalku theriyataalum, after about 2 minutes of this rendition of this bandish, your heads will nod. Uto tore karana jage, uto tore karana jage, uto tore kar. So if it's a very dramatic tabla artist who has a lot of hair, this hair will wave when the sum comes. Zakir Bhai, or there are so many of them. The Vasip varadu, but ellarum mudi valathipa. Because it's a physical show of what the sum is. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying that is part of the presentation. And that idhile ran jage uto tore karan jage uto tore karan jage tore ka tore ka tore ka. Sa da 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 pa da pa da. I'm singing today compositions which Rashid Khan used to sing, belonging to the Rampur Sahaswan Gharana, but this is a Gwalior Gharana composition. So he was, even though we call it Gharana and Bani, today the word is and the meaning is quite pointless because we are taking things from everywhere, right? So we cannot survive just being or belonging to one Bani, because there is so much beauty available everywhere. Different artists, different masters, different teachers, different Banis. Ran jage uto tore karane karane Viharva aila baila aila baila mora uto tore ka uto tore ka jage uto tore ka. Mallikarjun Mansur used to sing this composition. The great. He was from Gwalior Gharana. Uto tore karana jage aila barama uto tore ga uto tore karana jage harava aila barama uto tore ga Viharva Aila Bailava Mora Udo Dore Kare Udo Dore Kare Jage Rashid Khan and their Gharana was very famous for rendering of taranas. Taranas are like Carnatic tillanas, where the bowls of the tabla, the percussion instrument, become the body of Sahitya. Words with meaning illama, the words, syllables and sounds of the percussion instruments. I'll sing a small tarana in the Raga Gurjari Todi. Gurjari Todi is very much like our Shubha Panturali minus the Panchama. It's also again a morning raga. Mada Madiga Risa Sada Mada Sada Samada Mada Nida Madiga Damada Madari Sada Damadani Madani Gamani Ma Dari Gadada Riga Risa Tadare dani nadir dani dhirani yanade udani taton tanon tana dirta tana dirta tani dirta nana dir dir dadi dirta nana dir dir tadim 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 dirta nana dir dir tadim dirta Tana tadim, tana na tana na tana 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 tadim, tana tadim, tana tadim, tana tadari dani dani dan, tana na da dere tana na de de de. So here my upaj or elaboration will be with the syllables of the like dim, ta na dere na dim, dir dir. All these kind of syllables. Diratana dir dir dim 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 diratana dir dir dim tadare dani nadir dir dani diyana dir udani tatom tanom tana dir tatana dir tatani diratana dir dir dim tanana dir Tanana 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 dire tana 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 tarare dire tana tari dire tana na dire tanana terena tana terena tana dare dani tana dare dani tana tana dere tana na de de na de na dere tana na de de dere tana na de dere tana na de tana na 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 no na na no na 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 tana tadim 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 tana tadim tana na 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 de na tana tadim de tana na de tadim tana de na de tana na de italare jim tana tadare dani italare jim tana tadare dani tadare dani tadare dani italare jim tana tadare dani tadare dani tadare dani tadani 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 tadare dani talare dim tana tadare dani tadare dani 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 italare din tana tadare dani udani tom tana na tom tana na 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 tana na 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 agir tak tom tak dhere ta ka ta di na da da dhere tana na de dare dim dhere tana na de dare tana na tom tana tom tana tom tana tana na tom tana tadum tana tadim tana tadum tadim tadadim 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 tana tadum tana tana dum 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 tana tana na 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 tana na 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 tana na 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 dum tana na 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 tana na 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 tana tadum tana tadim tana tadum tadum tana na 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 tana na 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 de tana na tana 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 na na tana na 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 dum dum de tana na de dim de tana na de tana na tana na tana na 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 tana na 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 dum tana na 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 tana dum tana na 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 Here the facility, skill of pronunciation, very fast. You can go home and try doing. Na 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 na. You know, it can go faster. Na 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 na. These are all the shabd, the sound of the tabla. Dirtatani, 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 dirtatani. நிறைய ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணணும். அதுக்கப்புறம் ஸ்ருதியில் இருக்கணும், அந்த ராகத்தில் இருக்கணும், இந்த கிரியேட்டிவிட்டியோட வரணும், கமகாசோட வரணும். So that is another skill which is very thrilling for the rasikas. Correct? These are all aspects of the aesthetics. There is the grammar of the raga, the grammar of the tala. So it's in teen tal, which is a cycle of 16 beats. So where the composition uthan sulva, where it is picked up, the sum, the consonances of the composition, where all the emphasis are, and how that is mirrored by the tabla. How the tabla also freaks out. He also can elaborate along with my elaboration, like how you saw now. So where 3 artists or 4 artists are soaring together in this creative space, that can create a very exhilarating feel for the listener. Because your mind has to be here. Cannot be on what's for lunch in the canteen or what's for dinner in the canteen later. Then, anyway, it can go there, but it can come back. Hopefully it will come back and again be with the tarana. Some aspects, I'm just trying to see what else we can cover. Rashid Bhai or Ustad Rashid Khan were also a great, his voice was very, nama Tamil la solluvom, jil jilna or koral. Romba resonant, romba light-hearted koral. Slightly grainy, the voice quality, very easy and pleasing to listen. Even when he does the most complex things, the listener will feel it's very easy. Only when you try to sing the same thing, you will fall flat on your face. Because the ease with which he sang, that is part of the gift as well as part of the sadhana. The more easy you see a singer sing, you can be assured that that person has done a lot of sadhana. People who pretend as if very simple things are very difficult, they are all, you stay away from them, please. Because they are in it for the show and not for the music. There are a lot of such people also. Let them all survive. I have no problem. But I'm saying from a Rasika's point of view, you have to be able to identify what is worth my time. Only something where the Kalakar has invested sadhana, you should pursue. Otherwise, there is no difference between popular music and classical music. Classical music, where you take joy and prepare yourself to enjoy or delight in something which is very worthwhile, meaningful and difficult. The pursuance of difficult things is part of a very successful life. There's no point of you pursuing easy things. Right? That's why we watch the Olympics. Because you cannot run 100 meters in 9.51 or whatever Usain Bolt runs. That's why we appreciate it. If you look at everything, the most delight is when we share in the challenges that somebody is able to overcome. So that's why degree of difficulty is very important for a rasika to perceive. Don't say kadukku romba saukhyama irukku. That is okay. But also be alive to the fact that you appreciate something which is difficult, which the singer or the instrumentalist has worked very hard at and is presenting to you. Correct? That is only logical and intelligent. Anyway. So Rashid Khan used to delight in also thumris and rasiyas and tappas and dadras, which are of the light classical genre. Because his voice was very halka and very nice, pleasing for that. He was in the same institute as Girija Devi. He would have picked up. I don't think he's formally under Girija Devi. They were all at SRA, Sangeet Research Academy in Calcutta, where Girija Devi was a guru, one of the Mahagurus, and Rashid Khan was a student. He was a scholarship fellow. So this particular thumri that I will sing just a snatch of, Yaad Piya Ki Aaye, was very famous by him. It was originally sung by Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab, Ustad Bade Ghulam of the Patiala Gharana. But Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan is such a force in Indian classical music. There is no musician worth his or her salt, who don't emulate him or who don't want to sing like him. Such a force. He is. Including the great GNB and MD Ramanathan, all of them. Voleti, all of them. Even my guru SRJ. When they think of Bade Ghulam's music, they think of it as God singing, Ishwara singing. So perfect and so complete it is. For a singer, that's the dream. That is the ultimate kind of, If you're a tennis player, you want to play like Federer, that way. So here, if you're a singer, you want to sing like Bade Ghulam. Anyway, so our romba popularized panna Yaad Piya Ki Aaye, Ye Dukh Seh Na Jaye. It's in Mishra Mand. So just sing, we are also running short of time. I'll sing this and a little bit a bhajan of in Raga Bhairavi, which again Rashid Khan tuned and sang of Meera. Mand is a light classical raga. We have adapted it into Carnatic also. So here the aesthetics is lighter. It has more to do with the filigree elements of the raga and how you deal with it. The emotional content is much more. Puranik ji is a very seasoned artist. He has played for all greats, including Bhimsen ji and all that. Karthik Bhatt also. They are from Bangalore. They've come specially for this program. So I thank them for So Nariya notes outside the spectrum of Mand will come. That is what is pleasing. They are called Anya Swaras. क्या बात है? पिया की याद पिया की पिया 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 याद याद पिया की, याद पिया की, याद पिया की, याद पिया की, याद पिया की आए, याद पिया की आए, ये दुख सहन जाए, याद पिया की आए, ये दुख सहन जाए, याद पिया की आए, याद पिया की आए, याद पिया की, याद पिया की आए, राम याद पिया की आए। There is an idea of what is called zamzama. It's a word which doesn't mean anything, actually. It means the delicateness with which you deliver virtuosity. Yaad, 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 याद पिया की आए, याद पिया की आए, ये दुख सन जाए, सन जाए, ये दुख सहन जाए, याद पिया की आए। सजा नि द द ग ग मरी सा, सा ग ग म द द नि 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 द नि नि सा ri ni सा, द द द द नि द म म प द ग मरी सा ग म ज नि सा म ग म नि द सा ग म नि द सा नि नि द ज नि सा ग म नि सा, ज नि सा प नि सा नि द द, ज नि सा ग प रि सा ग म ग नि द, ज नि सा ग नि द नि द नि द, सा नि रि द नि द नि द सा ग नि रि द ग म म ग म म ग रि द नि सा ग म द नि रि द नि द म म ग म ग रि द नि सा ग म द नि रि द नि द म म ग म ग रि द नि, याद पिया की आए, ये दुख सहन जाए, याद पिया की आए, ये दुख सहन जाए, याद पिया की आए। So here the tabla takes off in double tempo. It's called laggi, where I will be singing in that relaxed slow speed. He will be in what's called duguna and chauguna, twice and 4 times speed. ये दुख सहन जाए, याद पिया की आए, ये दुख सन जाए हारा हाय ये दुख सन जाए हारा याद पिया की आए क्या बात बाली उमरिया क्या बात बाली उमरिया सुनी रे सजरिया बाली 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 उमरिया बाली उमरिया बाली 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 उमरिया सुनी रे सजरिया हाँ जो बन भी तो याद पिया की याद पिया की याद पिया की याद पिया की Mirabai bhajan, which I learned from a recording of Rashid a long time back. Koi kahiyo re prabhus avan ki man bhavan ki. Somebody go tell the Lord to come, and man bhavana means to please my mind. The Sakhya Bhava, that is, for many of our saints, the Lord was not somewhere there, up there. It was as they addressed and the Lord as if the Lord was a friend. So இது அப்படிதான். என்ன வரத்துக்கு டைம் ஆறுது? Come quick. कोई कहियो रे प्रभु आवन की मन भावन की. बजाइए. जरना जरना प्रभु आवन की प्रभु आवन की प्रभु आवन की प्रभु आवन की प्रभु 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 आवन की कोई कही और प्रभु आवन की. Bhairavi again has 1,000 shades. कोई कही और प्रभु आवन की, कोई कही और என்ன விட்டா நான் कोई कही और ये பாடிட்டு இருப்பேன் for 15-20 minutes. But we are all hungry a little bit. कोई कही और प्रभु आवन की मन बावन की. कोई कही और प्रभु आवन की मन बावन की. कोई कही और प्रभु आवन की मन बावन की. कोई कही और प्रभु आवन की मन बावन की. क्या बात. कोई कही और प्रभु आवन की मन बावन की. मन बावन की. अपना लिख नहीं भेजे, अपना लिख नहीं भेजे, अपना लिख नहीं भेजे. बान पड़ी ललचावन की, बान पड़ी ललचावन की. ये दो नैना कहाँ नहीं माने, ये दो नैना कहाँ नहीं माने, ये दो नैना कहाँ नहीं माने. नदिया बहे जैसे सावन की मन बावन की. सावन की मन बावन की. कोई कही और प्रभु आवन की मन बावन की. आप न आए लिख नहीं भेजे. You are not coming, you are not sending any message. बाण पड़ी ललचा बन के. लालच means craving. The arrow of craving for you pierces me. ये दो नैना कहा नहीं माने. இந்த ரெண்டு கண்ணு சொன்னதை கேட்க மாட்டேங்கிறது. नदिया बहे जैसे सावन की. Like a river in spate. During the monsoon, it is just flowing. The tears are flowing. I just explain so that it is for those who may not understand Hindi. मन बावन की मन बावन की. ये दो नैना का ये यादो ना ये दो नैना कहा नहीं माने नदिया बहे जैसे नदिया बहे जैसे जैसे सावन की मन पावन की कोई कहियो रे प्रभु आवन की मन पावन की का करूं कछु बस नहीं मेरो का करूं कछु बस नहीं मेरो का करूं कछु बस नहीं मेरो पंख नहीं उड़ जावन की पंख नहीं उड़ जावन की मीरा के प्रभु कबरी मिलोगे मीरा के प्रभु कबरी मिलोगे कबरी मिलोगे कबरी मिलोगे मीरा कहे प्रभु कबरी मिलोगे मीरा के प्रभु के कबरी मिलोगे छेरी बही हूँ तेरे दामन की छेरी बही हूँ तेरे दामन की मन पावन की कोई कहियो रे प्रभु आवन की मन पावन की आवन की मन पावन की आवन की मन पावन की कोई कहियो रे प्रभु आवन की मन पावन की मन पावन की मन पावन की Thank you all very much. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah. Om. I thank all of you for your love and patience. Again, we are extremely saddened on one hand with the passing away of Ustad Rashid Khan, but also grateful for all that he has left behind for us to listen and cherish and learn from. Thank you so much. Om. I thank CIC for this nice morning that I enjoyed myself very much. So, hope some of you enjoyed too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I think we can go on forever, but we have to, good things have to come to a close. My pleasant duty to put your hands together for Karthik Bhatt, who has called us on the tabla. Shri Umakant, who was again, fingers were flying on the harmonium. And of course, our star of today's program, Shri Sriram Parasuram. Please put your hands together.
Thank you.
சங்கீதம் ஒரு சாகரம், அதில் ஒரு சின்ன டிப் அதில் ஒரு முக்கு இருக்கும். இன்னும் எவ்வளவோ இருக்குது. ஒரு கேப்சியூல் ஃபார்மில் ஹிந்துஸ்தானி மியூசிக்கோட பிரம்மாண்ட கேன்வாஸை இங்கே பெயிண்ட் பண்ணி காமிச்சிருக்காரு. அவருக்கு எங்கள் மனமார்ந்த நன்றி. We thank the Music College for having given us this
Thank you.
opportunity to share on this platform. We thank the Tagore Auditorium also for providing this auditorium facility. Would you like to take a few questions?
Well, if there is time and if I can.
Does anyone have any questions?
கேளுங்க. மைக் கொடுக்குறா, ஸோ எல்லாருக்கும் கேட்கும். First row.
Giving it here, then please come ahead.
How are you differentiating creativity and virtuosity?
Well, actually you're right. The two are two sides of the same coin. Virtuosity is when you take your skills to greater and greater heights, you know, and then how that feeds virtuosity, that feeds creativity. If I don't have what is called the choral valarchi, they say in தொண்டை பேசாட்டா தொண்டை பேச வைக்கணும். அந்த தொண்டை பேச வைக்கிறது தான் developing virtuosity, correct? To do the various small difficult things, and that in turn feeds what all the imagination can grasp. For example, இப்போ நான் பாடினேன் இல்லையா, कोई कहियो रे, now that's a brika. It's called a brika. It's a particular ornament. எல்லாருக்கும் வராது. The crispness of that. So that requires कोई कहियो रे प्रभु. If I have to do that, no, if I am not able to do that brika, this idea itself will not come. So the ideation is based on your working towards virtuosity. The this is what is called a sapattan. In the speed line, in the பாடவர் தான் virtuosity. So இந்த virtuosity இருக்கிறதுனால இந்த ஒரு சப்பாட் தான் நான் அடிக்க முடியும். இதே வந்து ஒரு வக்ர பிரயோகா, பிரபு இப்படி பாடினோம்னா இதுக்கு ஒரு it is also virtuosity. Now this creativity of mine is because I probably have some skill in delivering it. If you don't develop the skill of virtuosity, then your creativity comes to a very plateaued stage. So they are two sides of the same coin, is what my opinion is. So as you build your because creativity is not something where you pray and get it. Okay, it's something which you have to develop by virtue of developing your skills. It's a very, very practical way that I look at it. That's all. So the two are, you're correct, they are two sides of the same coin. Yeah.
Check. I have a question on the same line, sir. Yeah. So what you talked about is the ideal case, but practically in real life, I've seen the three terms aesthetics, creativity, and virtuosity as mostly mutually exclusive in an artist. I've seen artists who are extremely skilled, who have reached some level of skill in terms of their playing the instrument or the voice.
Yeah.
But we're rarely able to bring across creativity or appeal to me in terms of their aesthetics.
Yeah. So, very true. The technical prowess, technical excellence is what he's referring to as virtuosity. But for me, virtuosity contains in it a sense of arag or beauty. Virtuosity cannot just be technical prowess. It has to have the spirit. That's what I mean by virtuosity. Appoda the virtuosity. Ultra is just technical excellence. So adu kuda aesthetics varnamna, adu kuda arag. What is aesthetics? Aesthetics is a field which provides you with a great sense of joy through beauty. That is how, there are a lot of technical terms, how one describes what aesthetics are. There are a lot of people who very mistakenly think that aesthetic means it should be slow and boring, you know. A lot of people. I see so many reviews and all that where they say, if something is slow, adu romba aesthetic paadranga. Not necessary. Aesthetic is something that appeals to the source of beauty within you. Whether it be in art or sculpture or dance or music, it is a very wide field of how you relate to the world. Correct? So, once the technical excellence is gone, is achieved or is in progress, the commitment of the artist and the guru towards guiding the student towards making it beautiful. Technique not for technique's sake, but for the sake of the music. Right? So it is a very important assimilation that has to happen. The raga and the aesthetics of the raga. The aesthetics of the raga includes all its rules. The grammar is included in the aesthetics of the raga. Otherwise, the raga, it is not the raga's aesthetics. So if you sing Deva Gandhari, it has to include all the what is called lakshanas of Deva Gandhari, correct? And then within that, how you showcase your technical prowess is what makes it shine. Yeah. So aesthetics is anything which appeals to the sense of beauty within you, I call aesthetics. Within Carnatic, within Hindustani, it has a particular paradigm. Like this is Hindustani aesthetics. The deeper voice, the continuous sound, the deeper gamakas, a little more relaxed rendition. These are all the general field aesthetics. Within that, there is the aesthetics of the raga. There is the aesthetics of the singer. Each singer also brings to it a sense of his or her version of beauty. Rashid Khan will have his own sense of aesthetics. So even if I learn a composition from his recording, not necessarily that I have to imitate that. That is imitative aesthetics. That never becomes my sense of beauty. Right? So when in classical music, every singer, worth his or her salt, will have to put himself or herself into that aesthetics. It will be an expression of what he or she thinks is beautiful within that raga. Correct? So technical prowess is important, but the next step is imbuing that technical prowess with the beauty of the raga, with the beauty of the tala, so that it becomes ranjaka, a delightful for the listener. Otherwise, it just remains gymnastics or gimmicks. Correct? Yeah.
So thank you once again. Let's have a huge round of applause, a standing ovation, please.
Thank you. Om. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Please join us for refreshments outside.
Om.